Oh, hi Colette. Hi Colette. Sorry, I've just noticed that everyone joined. Welcome. I seem to be having a bit of a connection issue at the moment. Welcome. I seem to be having a bit of so if that's going to be showing for everyone, so really sorry about that. If that's I can just fix this before I start any sort of play. Just fix this before. Yeah, I might briefly disconnect for a second here. Yeah, I might briefly disconnect for a second just while I fix this. Well, while I try and fix this, how's everyone's day going? Well, while I try and fix this, how's everyone's day going? Colette, I know you were planning on playing some Factorio today, so how did it go? Colette, I know you were planning on playing some Factorio today, so how did it go? Colette, I know you were planning on playing some Factorio today, so how did it go? You're on the third tutorial already. Nice. Well done. Is the third one the one with the base which has been destroyed? Nice. Well done. Is the third one I've lost track of which one's which. Base which has been destroyed. Well done. The third one I've lost track of which one's which. Yeah, sweet. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So is the connection showing up as bad on your end as it is here? I'm curious whether or not it's like fixing itself once it reconnects. On your end as it is here. I'm curious whether or not it's like fixing itself once it reconnects. Ah yeah, it sounds like you're about where I am on this playthrough, so yay. Ah yeah, it sounds like you're about where I am on this playthrough, so how about everyone else? How's your day going? Hi, Kathy. Everyone else, how's your day? All right, so I've not got my headphones on today. I'm just gonna go without today because they do tend to make it a bit sort of gonna go without today. What's I trying to say? They do tend to make it a bit sort of I've completely lost what I was trying to say. Sorry about that. Train of thought just went completely out of the. I've completely lost what I was trying to say. Sorry about that. Train of thought just went out of the. All right, now I'm just gonna collect some stuff from here. All right, so my objective. It says lots of echo. Lots of echo from this side. It says lots of echo. Lots of echo from this side. Right. First thing I'm going to do is just do some repairs. First thing I'm going to do is just do some because oops, wrong. Good start, Izzy. Good start. Okay, first things first, let's get some electricity on the go. That says seems to be you. Oh gosh, yeah, I'm sorry. It's I can see from my UI that it's just going up and down connection. Hopefully it won't skip anything, and if it does, hopefully it'll resend the packets once it reconnects. I'm not entirely sure how that works on that end. Hopefully it won't skip anything, and if it does, what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, sorting out electricity. I'm not entirely sure. All right, so the whole transport is under. Okay, got a few of these already, so let's just do that. Under and that. Okay, got a few of these already, so let's just do that. Ooh, dropping so many frames. Alright, so I'm just getting this sort of re-established. I'm just going to skip rebuilding the boilers just now and just instead just connect them to each other, and then that'll give me some actual electricity time. I also need an underground belt to get the coal to them. That. Alright. Alright, so that's just pipe these together. Alright, so that's just pipe these together. Or yeah, I just remembered what I was saying when my brain just went completely kaput. Yeah, I was saying I'm not wearing headphones today because they do tend to get a little bit sore on the top of my head if I wear them long term. So yeah. Plus, I can sort of see the sound levels on my UI. I'm not putting my speakers on because one of my speakers is not too far away from my microphone. So it'd probably the microphone would probably pick up that, and could end up having some feedback issues. Alright. So I need to put in a manual drill just to get started again here. So I need to put in a burner drill, that's what it's called. Pop it slightly lower than necessary. Need a burner inserter as well. Slightly lower than necessary. Burner inserter as well. Okay, let's just chuck in some coal to get it started. Alright, so I think that should be my fuel supply line for my electricity sorted. Alright, so I think that should be my... Go up there, connect there, and... Yes, okay, so I just need a couple of poles to attach, so that once the energy starts, it will go over to the these. Yay! Oh, that started already. Nice. It must have had some... Oh no, I know what's happened. There's some solar panels up here, so yeah. It's it must have had some... Right, that's re-established. Oh no, awesome. I know what's happened. There's some solar panels up here, so yeah. It's right, that's re-established. Alright, so I'm just gonna sort of try to rebuild this base as it was, because that seems to be why rewrite the base if it was already set up to work well. For anyone joining for the first time, this is the third tutorial level on Factorio, which has just been released not too long ago, the 1.0 version. It has been available on early access for quite some time now. I've been playing personally for about 4 years, 5 years, 4 years. So yeah, it's really quite a fun game if you like these sorts of games where you're producing resources and stuff. I see the chat is completely silent, so I don't know if that's because no one's talking, which is obviously it's fine, or whether it's my internet being crummy. No one's talking, which is obviously it's fine, or whether it's my internet being crummy. Let me just check on Facebook and see if anyone's told me that it's not working. Nope. Okay, so hopefully that means it is working. Okay, so this is taking probably coal to the train line. So let me sort of figure out a way to split this up. Figure out a way. Oh, Colette says just really watching and playing alongside. And Kathy says we're just. Oh, you know what? I just realized I've added an overlay so that the chat actually pops up on the screen, so I don't actually need to read them out anymore. But yeah, I can see Colette saying just playing along, and Kathy saying just quiet today. That sounded like you, Kathy. Is everything okay? But yeah, I can see Colette saying just playing along, and Kathy saying just quiet today. That sounded like you, Kathy. Is everything okay? Alright, so this sets up the supply line of coal to the train. Once I get the railway system and build a train, goes there, goes along there, and it's also supplying down here, which is going towards the smelters here. Just repair this central line because that's not going to need to be explained. Alright. Kathy just says nothing to talk about. Alright, okay, good. I'm glad there's nothing wrong. That would have been, yeah. Kathy just says nothing to talk about. Alright, okay, good. Alright, so let's have a look. Should probably repair this. Okay, which means I need stone and a smelter. I also need actual ore. I'm just gonna pop in my car and repair one iron first, which from memory is along this way. I did do a sort of practice run through the tutorial probably 2 weeks ago now, once I realized the tutorial had changed. Just sort of get used to the new graphics, so I wasn't quite as useless seeming. Yes, good. Okay, iron's this way. Good. There is a nest nearby here. I can see it on the map. So I should probably take care of that. Just now, just to save any problems Down the road. Yep, it's right there. Quite a small nest, but best to take care of it sooner rather than later. Quite a small nest. Okay. Alright, oh, it looks like we now have 7, so welcome everyone who's new. Yeah, I hope you like the stream, and hope you like the game. If you do, go ahead and buy it. I'm not affiliated in any way other than that I play it for my streaming. But I definitely recommend it. It's as I said earlier, it's a really fun game if you like this sort of game. If not, then it's probably not a good game. Alright, so what was I doing? I was getting iron, which means I need to connect the electricity all the way along. This is a slow startup phase of the tutorial. And it's not my tutorial, it's their tutorial. I just realised it might have sounded like I was saying that I'm making the tutorial. Which I guess I am in a way, because you know, anyone who's not played it before and has any interest to might be watching for tips on how to start, but it's not I don't necessarily consider myself a really good player of this. I've just played for a while. I may have played for a while because I'm not very good at it. Who knows? I think I've just been joined by a cat. Oh! Ah! No! Where did you guys come from? Alright, so let's take care of that base, which is nearby, because that's going to be a right... Ooh. Oh gosh. Okay, so there's a spitter. Just... There's a spitter over there. Just take a wide corner. Spitters are the worst because their range, especially early-ish in the game, is much further than our range. So they're the first things you want to take out when you're going after a base. And you also have to watch out because they spit acid, which actually causes damage when it hits you, but also it'll cause damage to keep on happening if you accidentally stay in the acid puddle. Which I have to say I probably do quite a lot. Alright, oops. Okay, so we've not got enough electricity poles to make it. Kathy says, how did you start playing this game? What got you interested? So I was actually introduced to this game by my biological father. And we do have similar tastes in games, if not other aspects of life. We do have similar tastes in games, if not. And yeah, I've just always liked these sorts of games, like resource management, production line, and yeah, I've just always type games. These sorts of games, like resource management, production line type games. just trying to stay on the railway track when I'm driving, because otherwise you hit trees and they damage you, and they take a while to get past because you have to damage them until they're destroyed. If you are gonna drive over where they are. Yes. Okay. Right, let's. Oops. And I just ran over myself a little bit. There. Oops. And I can pick up any iron that's already in here, which there's not. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. And that's also powered these laser turrets, I think they are. Yeah. So at least this small base has a little bit of defense now. Oh. I'm just loading myself up with some iron to take back. That should do for now. Complaining they don't have fuel, but I can see. Oh, of course, yeah. There's no electricity taking the fuel into the first smelters. So as a result of playing a lot of Minecraft, I often will interchange between furnaces and smelters. I'm fairly sure they are furnaces in this game. Yes, which they also are in Minecraft. So I'm not sure where I got smelters from, other than real world. And yeah, let's not talk about the real world. That sucks. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm just chucking the iron up here just to make sure that everything is all good, which it is. And now we have our iron production set up. Oh, hi Mean Fellow, welcome to the stream. And now we have our iron production set up. Oh, hi Mean Fellow, welcome to the stream. Alright, let's have a look. And if anyone knows like what game I may have come up with smelter from, let me know in the chat, because that'd be yeah. I feel like it's a game that I'm remembering it from. I know obviously that ore is smelted in real life, but I feel like there's a game that refers to them as smelters. I'm much more likely to be referring to a game than real life, because I spend a lot more of my time in games than in real life. Or games or watching TV anyway. When I'm not, doing serious work. Alright, so yes, okay. Sorry, I had a bit of a mind break there. Thanks, glad to be here. Take a break from my game for today and curious to see what other people are doing. Ah, okay, well, I can't obviously speak for everyone, but I am currently sort of playing Factorio, except I'm spending most of my time running around and not really doing all that much. Sort of playing Factorio, except I'm spending most of my time running around and not really doing all that much. Oh, let's get thirsty. Let's get a drink on the go. Okie dokie, right now I want to get my copper production on the go, so that will be to the southeast. Okay. Oh, I should have set my electricity on the way here. Oh, I should have set my. So what games do you usually stream, Moonfella? Oh god, I spent most of my playing. So what games do you usually streams? Moonfella? So I'm definitely a huge fan of this game. Yeah, it is very addictive. I mean, Val, I don't know if you're aware, but I believe your stream sound has a bit of an echo. It is very. I believe you have OBS set up to pick up your sound from 2 channels. I'm actually using Twitch Studio Beta, but let me just check that. It may be because I've disconnected and reconnected my microphone lately, and I haven't restarted my computer because I put it to sleep most of the time, because it takes forever to actually restart. No, it looks like there's only one source. It may just be my cheap microphone. That's sort of it may just be my. It's doing okay for now, but I have had some intermittent problems with it, and yeah, I didn't put much money into getting my microphone, because at the time I was only using it for Zoom in my voluntary work, and it didn't seem to be an issue that there were any issues. Oh, Moonflower says, I don't stream, my PC is too old for me to be able to do that. Oh yeah, sorry, I just assumed you meant stream when you said game, but of course people play games and don't stream. I'm even known to do it occasionally. I just assumed you meant stream when you said game, but of course people play games and don't stream. I'm even known to do it occasionally. But you may be surprised at how little power or resources your system actually needs to stream. Because my computer is probably about 8 years old. And I did build it to be future proof, but not overly so. So yeah, you may be surprised. Not overly so. So yeah, you may be surprised. I think the main limiter really is just the quality of your internet, but I live in the country and the internet quality here isn't the best. The quality of your internet, but yeah, there were some issues at the beginning of the stream in terms of connection, but that seems to have sorted itself out now. That may also be the reason for the echo. Maybe double sending the packets. I'm not sure. I'm not really that great in terms of understanding how the internet works. I just know that it does. And it may very well be entirely magic. If you want to get a better idea, it may very well be entirely magic. Okie dokie. Yeah, I won't on this stream, but when I finish here for today, then I will check that out on this stream. And but when I finish, I don't know if then I will I don't know if this has been an ongoing problem. It may be fixed by the next time on its own. Yeah, well, I'll play it by ear. If it's really annoying people, I'll quite happily sort of end the stream and then restart it and see if that works. Do some troubleshooting on stream. My PC was built in 2015 with hardware that was released in 2012, which, well, minus 12, it was built 8 years ago. I'm using an AMD APU, so no dedicated GPU. Ah, right, okay, then, yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, I think you can set your, I think you can set your stream quality to be sort of lower. I know mine is lower than what I'm actually playing it on, because I'm playing it on, oh, what's the one above? 1080p, 1440p? What I'm actually playing it on, because I'm playing it on. It's not 4K, it's sort of between normal HD and 4K. It's not 4K, it's sort of between what am I doing? Oh yeah, okay, so the electricity is now set up. So I should now be mining copper. I also see from my map that there's a little nest that doesn't appear to be too far away from my copper mining area. So I'm probably best getting rid of that as soon as I get to my car. Doesn't appear to be too far away from my copper mining area. So I'm probably best getting rid of that as soon as I get to my car. Well, I realize I say it was built in about 8 years ago, but some parts have been upgraded over that time. I believe I'm using a better graphics card than I had at the time. Some parts have been upgraded. But CPU and motherboard, and case and all that stuff is still what I put in it all those years ago. Actually, no, I probably was 7 years ago. 2013 seems more like when I built it. I can't remember. 2013 seems more like when I built it. Alright, so these are complaining that they don't have any energy. Oh yeah, of course. I need to. So these are complaining that they don't have any. Actually, supply them with energy for them to have energy. Fancy that. Alright, there we go. That's that restored. I tried streaming. My internet is great. Oh, I miss good internet. I used to live in Dundee up until, well, technically I still do, for another 8 days. But I sort of originally, the original plan was to be temporarily moving out into the country with family to see out lockdown. And then we just sort of realized it sort of made sense for me right now to just stay living here. And then we just sort of realized because I have some germ phobia issues anyway, and with COVID around, it's well, as you can imagine, it's sort of amps those up. Alright, now that I've got that sorted. Oh, no. Let me pick up some copper first. So I'll probably grab about 150. Yep. Oh. Alright, let's take out this nest. Hopefully there's no spitters. That water looks green. I believe that's new. Yeah, we're good. I hate spitters. I used to be a World of Warcraft player. Fun enough up until the Blitzchung controversy. at which point I stopped playing. But I was very, very, very commonly the person who would be accidentally standing in the fire. Because I sort of forget where I am sometimes. Accidentally standing in game. Oh, let's be fair in real life too. That's what happens now because of pollution. Oh gosh, so I'm pollution. So the space has started with a pollution level. Oh gosh, so I'm pollution. Oh wow, yeah. Oh, the iron mine has a massive pollution level. Oh wow, yeah. Jeepers. Oh, the iron mine has a massive. So I should probably scout that out. Or probably as soon as I set up my copper to start being built. Ah, no! Don't run over your electricity pole, Izzy. That is not a very smart thing to do. So yeah, for new players or people who don't play, the pollution setup in this game is it basically causes the I'm going to say aliens here, even though they're natives, cause the aliens to attack you because they don't like you polluting their planet. Fancy that. So I'm just gonna go around here and get rid of the nearby nests just to make sure that I don't get attacked. At least not while I'm setting up the supply lines. Hang on, I've got a warning there. Oh, yeah, it's just saying my car's being damaged. The iron mines pollution is also accentuated because of it's in a desert area. Oh, of course, so there's fewer trees to absorb it. The iron mines pollution. Of course. Just realized I was getting attacked while I was reading comics. Socializing is bad for your health. I was about to give a quantifier about in-game, but that's also something that affects me in real life. I was about to make a very insensitive joke about the biters. I'll abstain. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. Alright, okay, so we're good in that direction. I should probably check south of this little lake, this big lake. You know, as long as the joke isn't like, what's the word? You know, as long as the joke isn't like, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a word. Yeah, as long as it's not like, targety of people, then feel free to share it. Targety of people, then feel free to share it. I don't know you, and I did make that comment about them being natives. Where were the aliens? And I'm aware that might be a thing. Where were the aliens? And I'm aware that might be a thing. I'd imagine lose points here. But I'd imagine if it is insensitive now, it probably would have been insensitive when this game first came out too, but maybe not known as much. It's insensitive. But I get what you mean. Yes, I get what you mean. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that comment there. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that. Okay, so I picked up copper and I put them in a chest. Okay, so I'm sure I did. And I put them in a chest. Oh yeah, there we go. I was wondering what happened to my copper. I thought it was going nuts. Oh, yeah. There we go. I was wondering what happened to my copper. I thought it was going nuts. Actually, you know what? I said I was going to leave that comment there, but actually, I don't think I want to. So as white people, we have not been aware necessarily of issues that people of color face. I'd imagine the Black Lives Matter movement has been around for longer than most of us have been aware. And I am assuming that you're white because that comment. Most of us have been aware. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, you're white because that comment. Yeah, I think we learn over time. I'm not saying that I'm perfect in any way, or I've never made comments that could be considered racist, or actually genuinely were outright racist. I probably have made comments like that in the past. All we can do is sort of learn and grow, and we definitely have a lot of awareness happening lately, which can only be a good thing. Alright, I'm just gonna set this up to get some stone so I can create some walls and restore that. I think it's been around since Lincoln Underground Railroad movement. It's always been evolving. Yeah, I think you're right, Colette. It may not have been acting under the same name, but yeah, is what I meant. Where it has been, there have been, there's always been a fight needed for racial equality. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's most likely not been needed, or no, it hasn't been known by that name all the time. But it is definitely super important that we understand our privilege as white people. I'm getting myself distracted by the chat. Let me just get my head back in the game. It's very important work happening. That was my attempt at a joke about making light. I don't need to explain it. Although jokes are always funnier when you explain them. Okie dokie, right, so we have copper, we have iron. Let's get some labs. See if I can spot where they were originally. These look like lab remains. See if I can spot. So I will pop them. These look like lab remains. There. So I will pop them. There. True, understand, but what I meant was 8 years ago when the aliens in this game got their nickname. True, understand, but 8 years ago, the people kind of weren't in a better situation than now. I would assume the worst. What I mean was that BLM as a movement didn't have as loud or any voice yet. I'm not aware of their nickname. I'm not aware. Is it the term biter? Does that have a meaning that I am unaware of? Is it the term biter? Does that have a meaning that I am unaware of? You've lost me. You've lost me. I always just fall under the umbrella of if in doubt, just assume it is just it. I always just fall under the umbrella of if in doubt, just assume it is just it. I always just fall under the umbrella of if in doubt, just yeah. No worries, no worries. Yeah. Well, that's the thing with streaming. We come across people from all areas, and we don't all necessarily have the same. We come across people from all hang-ups or sensibilities. So yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump on you, but I just on the off chance that it were something that should be spoken up on, I wanted to speak up. All right, give me just a second. I'm just going to fix my chroma filter because as it's getting dark, my green screen is changing color with the light levels, and it's not picking up yet anymore. My green screen is changing color with the light levels, and it's not picking up yet anymore. All right. Key change. Oh, let's not make myself disappear. Although, you know what, that wouldn't be too much of a problem if I were to. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Gosh, I've just realised the time. It's almost been an hour and I've done virtually bugger all. Gosh, I've just realised the time. It's almost been an hour and I've done virtually bugger all. Oh yeah, okay, so I put the labs in. I need to get production of science packs to be able to feed the labs. So yes, it's just here. So that was clearly an automation, an assembly machine, as was that. So let's make some, or use what we have first. That was clearly a level 1-1. As was that. As was that. steel for level 2. I don't think I'm at a point. I'm not sure if this tutorial started. Oh yeah, it did start with the ability to do that. So let me just chuck some iron in here just to get some production happening. I'll cut off the supply there so it doesn't get mixed up with the copper. Okay, while that's running, let me just... Oh, haven't played the tutorials in years. Yeah, they've changed so much over the time I've been playing. Have they put in goals that require you to rebuild certain things in a given scenario? No, this is my my issues coming in. I'm trying to put everything exactly where it was because I figure if it was set up this way, then it worked this way. The objectives here at the moment is just to get us set up to research rail transportation. So they can get the rail system established. Here at the moment is just to get us set up to research rail transportation. So they can get the rail system established. But yeah, the tutorial system now is a lot more long. Yeah, I consider myself I refer to myself as OCPD, more of a obsessive compulsive personality rather than actual OCD. There are, I mean, I was diagnosed with Asperger's with obsessive tendencies. Yeah. That may also be why I've spent 4 or 5 hours now streaming this game and still haven't finished the tutorial levels. Streaming this game and still haven't finished the tutorial levels. All right, let's just get the steel. Yeah, I mean, Val, you should have seen me earlier. Trying to get my electricity set up sorted because it was quite clear that there was a boiler here and a boiler here and steam engines here, and here, and I felt so gross putting pipes over them. But I do intend to replace those when I can. I'm not a monster. I do intend to replace those when I can. Alright, okay, so I now have enough steel. Alright, I remember when the tutorials first had goals, actual scenarios, it took me in excess of 50 hours to finish them. Oh wow. I think I joined the game after that because the tutorial levels weren't that involved. When I started playing. Actually, that probably means that I started before that point. I don't know. I'm not sure. I know I started in 2016 because it was my biological father that introduced me to this game, and the last time I saw or spoke to him was in 2016 when I went to America to visit. And yes, by my language and tone about the way I speak about that person, you can pretty much derive what you want from that, but I'm fairly sure it's quite obvious that there is not much love lost there. Pretty much derive what you want from that, but I'm fairly sure it's quite obvious Oh, I think I'm going to need to make another iron run. And let's just set up some research to go make another iron run for once I get this set up. There we go. One thing achieved other than a little bit of rebuilding. One thing achieved other than a little bit of rebuilding. Oh, it's gone over an hour. Do I keep playing? Oh, I want to keep playing, but I am very aware that it's getting dark in here and I'm losing my green screen. You know what? Let's just turn the green screen off. It really isn't particularly necessary. Or turn the chroma filter off rather, so you see the green screen. There we go. Or turn the chroma filter off rather, so you see the green screen. There. You see what's behind the curtain. There we go. Alrighty. What's behind the curtain? Yes, getting iron. That green screen just needs a little more light on your left side. Yeah, absolutely. There is a wall right there, and I don't have any portable lights in here. Absolutely. So yeah. Behind the curtain, another curtain. Sort of. Yeah. It's pretty much one of the cheaper green screens that you can buy. And I don't have adequate lighting. So. Thanks for the input, BMAC. And yeah, that is on my wish list. If the wall is white, in the light of the white wall. Yeah, so the walls are kind of yellowy, creamy color, but it's not particularly even. And there is a wall corner about here. So that would interfere with the software. Here, which is why I went for a green screen. That, and it means I can be messy, and it not be a particular issue, because I can just hide it behind the curtain. What am I doing? I've completely lost where I am again. I'm running back instead of taking my car. I've completely lost where I am again. So yeah, if the big green square now is annoying, which I feel like it is, at least for me, let me know and I'll happily end the stream for now and just come back again tomorrow. It's entirely up to you guys. I'm happy to keep on playing. No, don't end. You know what? In my head, I'm like, no. Just keep playing, but it always says that, and I have been trying to keep them to around about an hour, it always says that, just because I'm still vaguely new and I'm still trying to settle into it, and I do kind of crush into everything. I do kind of burn out when I'm in social situations. Which this kind of counts. Or yeah, it does count. I was saying kind of. I'm socializing with people. But yeah, I'll play for another 15 minutes. Also, I think I'm just gonna get up and actually put a light on. The light is on this side of the room though, so it's not gonna fix the green screen issues. But it will stop me from blacking out because it gets dark quick. But it will stop me from blacking out because it gets dark quick. Okay, so we've restored iron production now. Oh, I really should get. Let me just gather the furnaces from this side and put them here so I can amp up how fast it's happening, and then I can rebuild once I have things set up a bit better. I also need to set up inserters here. Once I have things set up a bit better. I also need to set up inserters here. So yeah, like I said, I'll stick around for another, call it 23 minutes. That'll put me exactly on half an hour past the hour. But if you like my stream, then go ahead and hit follow. It'll help me a lot because I do aim to become an affiliate. Well, really as soon as possible. So yeah, any followers will help an hour. When I sit down to play Factorio, I usually take 8 to 10 hours for my stomach to tell me I've played too much. If I'm playing right, I'm going to be very careful how I say this because I put my foot in my mouth far too often. When I play this by myself, I when I play this by myself. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the bad wording that I didn't use. Okay, when I play this game by myself, I play it for very, very, very long periods. As a couple of people in chat can probably attest. From knowing me in the real world, I've played my fair few very, very long marathons of this game. In terms of types of applications I develop, at the moment I don't. I call myself a developer because I am able to develop. However, I am currently not working. I'm volunteering, but I've fallen into the sort of project management side of things in terms of the volunteering. I originally went in to do games, but the atmosphere in the gaming industry for women got a little bit hairy while I was training, and also I just I felt out of place. I was quite a bit older than a lot of the people who were studying alongside me, and I ended up leaving uni. So I've trained on my own, and I decided to go into more web and sort of standard apps rather than game apps. So yeah, as of now, the only thing I am maintaining that I can talk about is my blog. I'm not under NDAs or anything, non-disclosure agreements or anything, but yeah, I'm doing some charity work, and I don't. Yeah, it's on if you have any interest, IzzieKi.blog. I do mention who I'm working for, but this is going to be on Twitch and YouTube, and I do mention yeah. So I didn't really answer your question at all. Sorry. My inventory here. Change over a couple of chests. I've added my iron to the wrong one, haven't I? Oh, it's fine because I've got this the wrong way around anyway. Oh, it's fine because I've got this the wrong way around anyway. Get those, fix that. Got copper in here, which is what it should be. an older developer myself. Always wanted to do game programming, but my path kept me in regular business applications. Ah, so you've kind of done the opposite of me. Games are fun to make. Done the opposite of me. But I also don't have that sort of creative vision to make something that people enjoy. But I also don't have that sort of creative vision. Oh gosh, back in the 70s. So yeah, that was when there was really no money in gaming. Then anyway, so oh gosh, back in the 70s. Totally makes sense. There was really no money in gaming. Then anyway, so that totally makes sense. Ah, guys, what am I doing? Where am I? What's going on? What's happening? Who am I? Ah, guys, what am I doing? Setting up my production. And setting my production, I'm doing assembly machine level 2s, which I need iron, which is why I re-established my iron supply line. I wasn't thinking uber far ahead. I was thinking a little far ahead and forgetting already, which sounds about right for me. Alright, let's get some of these in the go-to. In my other streams, I have mentioned how fast belts aren't particularly much better than yellow belts, considering your productions are still the same speed. But excuse me, I am replacing like for like, because that's how I do. Excuse me, I am replacing bit of a purple rumble there. Like for like, because that's how I do. Okay. So this is the first machine that copper is going into, so that's probably for cables, and then they're coming out. So either this or this. I don't see any inserters there, so probably. Oh, but there is an inserter there. So this is making something that needs copper wire. So that's probably green science packs. This is making something that needs not green science packs. Getting ahead of myself. Green electric circuits. There we go. Which are then taken out and put into here, which means this is probably the red science packs. No. Which are then taken out and put into here, which means it'll be the inserters. No. Yes. Okay. Sort of working backwards here. Alright, and yeah, the red ones need copper, so this is probably a red science pack. Sort of working backwards here. A machine. Okay, and that feeds into there. Okay, so that's red sorted out. Greens. Oh, there's another level 2 machine there, which is going here. So that is a green science pack producer. Sorry, like I said, this is completely unnecessary for the tutorial. This is just my idiosyncrasies. I'm just trying to reverse engineer the system that was originally in place on this base in the theoretical universe in which I'm playing. Reverse engineer the system that was originally in place on this base. It's not easy being me sometimes. Things take so long. It's not easy. Alright, so I'm taking up there. I'm probably taking up there too. That is a blue inserter. Okay. So that is. I can't tell which way around that is. Okay. From the wreckage. Oh, right, okay. From the wreckage. Probably won't be going. So by my estimations, this is where the inserters were being made. However, when I'm looking at the inserters that are coming out and in, they suggest, because this, it would make sense for this to be going this way as a transport belt. Hang on, let me just pop on there. This way. Because otherwise it would just be going straight into the chest, which would be pointless. And the only thing that is being put around here is green and red science packs. The only thing that is being put around here is green and red. But if this is going this way, then that means this inserter would have originally been going this way. Then that means this inserter would have originally been going this way. Okay, I get it. So this is, yes, it's putting out inserters to here. They're following up there. They're going underground here, coming out there. And they're going into this, which is feeding into that. They're following up there. They're going underground here, coming out there. And they're going into this. So, yes, okay. I'm back on track again. All right, so I'm not sure what would have originally been in this chest, but we'll figure it out. We'll get there. Let me just make some more steel, but we'll figure out. For which I need more iron. And I'm gonna do what I did before here as well to set up the copper earlier. Let me just do a little bit of repair on the car since I just noticed it was damaged, and also these walls. So yeah, the way I'm playing this tutorial is very much on brand, because when I'm new at something, which I'm not new at this, but when I'm new at any sort of thing, I generally start with very, very, very high ambitions, and then when I don't meet them, I then scale them back instead of starting with low expectations and working up. It's probably the opposite way than I should be doing, but that's just how I do. So my first sewing project was, apart from at school, was making a skirt without a pattern, a skirt just with fabric and thread and no previous knowledge. Baking, other than the standard mixes you get as a kid or as an adult, I still use kits occasionally. The first things that I made were lemon meringue pie, and yeah, it was mostly just lemon meringue pie, and then later chocolate eclairs. Yeah, I've never made a sponge cake. Like a regular cake, what most bakers I think start out with. I've never done. So that's a little bit about me. How the skirt turn out. It's serviceable. I have worn it occasionally, even in public. But it's not the best skirt ever. But my second project was a ball gown, which I also didn't finish on time. But I blame that on me being on a massive time limit and stress eating, because I wasn't sure I was going to make it on time, which then meant that what I was making no longer fit me, and I didn't have time to fix it, so I ended up having to buy one. I really didn't want to have to buy a ball gown, but it was my friend's commissioning ceremony, so I kind of had to wear a ball gown because army. Yeah. You can't go to a ball, an officer's ball, without a ball gown on. Yeah. You can't go to Alright. Yes, so without a ball gown on. It's just... Oh yeah, I was setting this up years ago in order to make walls, and I completely forgot. Oh yeah, I was setting this up years ago in order to make walls, and I completely forgot. Okay, I'm gonna make a regular old furnace because I don't need them to be made particularly fast. I just need them to be made a regular old furnace because I don't need them to be made particularly fast. Let's make a bunch more yellow inserters so I can continue. Excuse me, burpee. So I can continue to rebuild what was happening over there. So I can continue to. Right, so I'm making stone in that furnace, and then I need to use a machine in order to make walls from that stone. Oh, I've already got a level 1 machine. Isn't that handy? And I'll just pop it in a box for now. Just a wooden box. Don't need anything fancy. Yeah. I was about to answer that question again. How did the start turn out? But I already did. It happened. I was about to answer that question again. How did the start turn out? But I already did. It happened. And I need coal. That's making stone going into here. This is making walls. And going into there. Okay, that's that supply line sorted. Alright, let's just continue setting up these inserters. So this, it would only make sense for this to be coming from the chest. And so this, Colette says, I'm wondering, should I destroy the biter nests? Absolutely. I would say take care of them as soon as possible, because I don't know if they do it in the tutorial, but in the real game they evolve. So the longer a nest is there, the more powerful the creatures get. The spitters, the first evolution step makes them about 5 times stronger than they are now. And also you start getting spitters that move. So yeah, absolutely. Any nests that you see yourself getting close towards, so my pollution's ages away from that, so it's not going to trigger for a while. But if they were like here, I would probably be taking them out, because I can quite easily foresee my my pollution spreading that far. So the red cloud is the pollution cloud on your map. So the red cloud is the pollution. Right. Okay, where was I? Yes. Making these. So this is going into a splitter, which is going this way, which means that's going in the way, which means that blue one is going out the way. This way, which means that's going in the way, which means that blue one is going out the way. They're starting to annoy me, constantly attacking my radars. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Colette, take them out. At this level in the game, you should be able to take care of them with your car and about 100 magazines, yellow magazines. That should be plenty to go ahead and just get rid of them. It will definitely help you out in the long term and the short term. To go ahead and just get rid of them. It will definitely help you out in the long term and the short term. Oh, you know what? This the tutorials used to have a small little You haven't made a car yet. Oh, you're still on the previous tutorial. Oh, so yeah, sorry. People who don't know, Colette's new to the game, inspired by me to get it. I'm very happy to have recruited another person into playing this game. But he's working through the tutorials now. I thought he was on this phase of the tutorial, but if he's not made a car yet, or if you've not made the car yet, then you're on the level before this one. Yeah, welcome to the addiction. Yes, this game will steal your life. Must be lol. I've just discovered electricity. Yeah, yep. You're on the previous tutorial level. Must be lol. I've just discovered. So yeah, it's the previous tutorial level. I make no secret of it. I am a bit of a masochist when it comes to games. I love games that will make me feel like an idiot. I make no secret of it. I am a bit of a masochist at the start, and probably not even just at the start. At the start. Yeah, I blame TV. I blame mostly Game of Thrones. I blame modern TV that just destroys us. It makes us love characters and then kills them, and it makes us start to almost need that pain. But yeah, if you thought, Colette, if you thought World of Warcraft steals your life, this if you thought borderline was as much of an addiction for me as Warcraft was, except I was not socializing on this because it's a solo, or for me it's a solo game. So yeah, there's really no no there's really no upside, but it's a fun game. It will destroy your life, make you asocial, and it's a fun game. And yeah, you should play. It will destroy your life, make you asocial. Oh, I'm starting to sound like a walking advert. Who's also really bad at selling things. So I'll watch Factorio on Twitch and play it at the same time. That's what Colette's doing. Also really bad at selling things. So I'll watch Factorio on Twitch and play it at the same time. Oh, that's almost 7:30. So yeah, I'm going to call that a day here. And follow me if you're not already. Help me reach 50 subscribers. Subscribers. That's the wrong terminology for Twitch. Followers. Help me hit 50 followers. Which is one of the milestones to get to affiliate. If you're watching on YouTube, still pop on over. Hit follow. It costs nothing, and you'll get notifications if you have the Twitch app on your phone. It'll give you notifications when I am streaming. I do a stream every Sunday at 6 p.m. GMT +1, which is the time here in Scotland. It'll say, it shows on my schedule wherever you are. It'll show you what time it is in your local time. It'll say, it shows on my schedule. And I'm terrible at signing off. I start banging on about other stuff. But yeah, I stream every Sunday. I usually do an impromptu stream or two during the week, depending on how busy I am with other stuff, with my blog and my volunteering. But yeah, I hope you guys had a fun time and weren't too irritated by my my ramblings. And yeah, but I shall see you guys next time if you choose to join me. I hope you have a really nice day. Bye, guys. But I shall see you guys next time if you choose to join me. I hope you have